What's going on YouTube? So I want to talk about the headset I use while I'm riding motorcycles, whether it be I'm on my way to work or I'm riding with a group of friends. So if you're anything like me, then you don't want to buy the Cena for $450 or whatever the astronomical price is for that little head unit. And then that is where this guy right here comes into play. So that is called the BTS2. I got it off of Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime member. They're supposed to be $50 a piece, and so I want to talk about that a little bit. So the BTS2, basically the features of it allow you to intercom between bikes. I think you can only pair up to like 3 if you've got an A and a B and a C module, and I think you can group between those. We need to still test that. We really haven't tested that one yet, but you can pair your phone to it and play music through your phone. You can make phone calls through your phone. That's what we do. We basically just, I call one person, then he calls and adds that call into the conversation. We just group everybody into the phone call, and that's how we group convo whenever we're going on a ride. There is FM radio, and you also have a plug-in to where you can actually connect it to a GPS or directly like aux cord into a phone. They claim it to be water resistant or waterproof. I'm not sure which one, but essentially, you know, you can ride it in the rain. It's not going to mess up anything like that. So as far as rain is a issue, it's not to be concerned about. You can ride through the rain. It won't be an issue at all. I've never submerged it, so I can't really guarantee that submerging it's going to make it work. I don't really want to try it just because it's the only one I have. I may purchase another one eventually and then try submerging it and see how that does. But as far as right now, I haven't tested that to see if you can submerge it. As far as charging goes, the standard cord is USB on one end, which is not to be a big issue. Most charge blocks are USB. But on the other side, I don't know if this will focus, but it is like some sort of weird USB, like micro or nano. It's not anything like any phone that I've ever had has taken. Some Nikon cameras take the same charger. We have a couple around here that take that same charger, so it's definitely a cord that can be found if you lose it. It's just going to be a little bit of a hassle. They rate the charge up to 8 hours. I haven't really tested to see exactly how long it can stay on a call before it eventually cuts off, because again, I use my cell phone. I don't really want to sit there and keep my phone and kill my phone off while I'm out riding, but they rate it up to 8 hours, so it lasts a good while. I haven't had any issues with it, but I always usually charge it before it dies. As far as how loud it gets plenty loud for me, enough to where I have no issues hearing anybody or anything like that. The music is able to crank up to a point where I wouldn't want it any louder than that anyway. And the benefit of this is, you know, without having headphones in your ear, you're not noise canceling. You're still able to hear what's going on around you. If someone needs to honk their horn or something like that, you'll know what's going on. Just like any other review for anything like this, what kind of review would it be without doing kind of a test on the headphones? So I'm going to go ahead and take my mic from my GoPro here, drop it inside of the headset. Now you're going from one device to another device, so I don't know how well the quality is going to be, but I'm going to go ahead and drop it inside the headphone and kind of give you an idea. This is at max volume, so it's completely maxed out, and it's kind of what it sounds like, I guess. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm talking outside of the helmet right now, just to kind of give you an idea of how loud it is. Alright, so that is that. Now with any review, of course, there needs to be some sort of issue I found with it. So one thing is that the interface of how it's used kind of is a little bit of a pain. So one thing that I have noticed, if you are trying to power it off and if you don't hold it in until you hear that second ding, if you just hear the first ding, because it sends you little notes through the headphones, if you don't hear the second ding and you let go of that button, it will completely remove its pairing sequence, and as far as like it's paired with other devices and stuff like that. So that is an issue with it, that if you don't hold it in. But if you're just careful and you make sure you hold the power button in when you're trying to turn it off until you hear that second ding, then you'll be okay. Installing it on your helmet's really easy. The little pads are Velcro. I've noticed it comes with these little extra pieces. It's also got one for the mic, and you're supposed to sticky these onto the helmet, then stick it on there. But I've noticed it just catches the lining just fine, and I just put the actual speaker with the Velcro side attached to the lining of the speaker, and it's no issues whatsoever. With the mic, I put it behind the cheek rest, so it's going to hold in place just from tension being pressure putting on it. So the installation was super easy. It's not an issue. Nothing is in the way. Most helmets have this little cutout spot, so where your ears have a gap in them anyway, so when you slide that little thing in there for the speaker, it's not an issue. It doesn't touch your ear. It doesn't cause any comfort issues, anything like that. The wiring, if you put it inside of the lining, it's not in the way. So as far as installation and the comfort and everything is good with it. Everything I'd expect from any kind of headset for a helmet. The mic quality and the audio is good. I won't say it's perfect, because obviously you probably are going to get a little bit better from getting things like the Cena and stuff like that, but I don't really want to spend that kind of money. I mean, a headphone is a headphone to me, so I mean, for the most part, I feel like it's definitely beyond what the value amount that it cost. As far as quality goes, it exceeds what it needs to, so that's kind of my thoughts on it. So to kind of dive in and take a look at everything, if we look in here, you see the one speaker for one side, and the other speaker for the other side. I don't know how well this is showing up. And then your mic system, get that out of the way, is this right here on a nice little bendy metal band, so you can kind of tuck it away and it'll hold in place where you want it to be. All the wires for the most part are hidden underneath the lining in here. Again, I don't know how well you can see, but so you got your lining, and then everything's all tucked away nice and pretty underneath everything out of the way. So there's no way it's going to get caught on anything. When you're taking your helmet on and off, you are not going to find a huge issue with it whatsoever. It all, you know, pretty much the same kind of quality you'd expect from any other company with a more expensive headset. So the big question is if I were to lose this or break it today, would I buy another one? Absolutely. So they're roughly about 50 bucks on Amazon. For some reason, when we went to go order 2 of them, they were 50% off. So we ended up just ordering 4, and so we have 4 of them all together. We weren't aware that you could only pair 3 at a time, but so we ordered 4 of them. They've worked great. I mean, they're easy installation. Everybody seems to be pretty content with it. So, I mean, I would say definitely, if I lost it today, would I order another one for $50? Absolutely. I would order that before I would pay almost $400 for the Cena headset. Not saying that the Cena headset may not be worth $400. It's just, I'm a budget person. My channel's primarily about what I would get on a budget, and that's what I do. So as far as a budget headset goes, if you're out riding and stuff and you're looking for something to listen to, the FM radio works fine. It picks up tons of stations. I've had no issues of finding a station that I normally listen to. So, I mean, it works perfectly. So if you're in the market for a headset, 50 bucks on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. Share it if you possibly could. Other than for that, I'll get out of y'all's way, and you have a nice day.